Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, my name is AnaJolene and I'm the author of the Glory MC series, the Moonrise Beach series, and the new Heartbreaker series. So I am here to share my currently inked pens for December. I'm so excited because it's the final month of the year, so that means that I have completed a whole year of doing these currently inked videos, so it's kind of fun. So this is my new ink journal. As you guys can see, it has kind of progressed as the year has gone by, but I feel like I really have like a strong system in here that I absolutely love. I love that I'm able to like see my whole entire year in terms of inks and pens all at a glance, and I was able to keep it quite neat too, which is really important for me. I'm kind of a neat freak in that way. So yeah, I like seeing it all organized. It's very satisfying. So now that we are done November and into December, I can go ahead and fill this in, which I'm so excited about. So let's go ahead and do that today. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Once again, these scripts are available in my shop. I have a combination of bottled and ink samples here today, and then I do have my little swatch tool, which I am going to be using today to swatch all of my inks, and then I do also have all of my pens and inks ready to go. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so my first ink is from Esterbrook. It is the Coffee Monsters Co. collaboration ink, and it is called Forgotten Iced Coffee. It has really cute packaging, which I don't think I'll ever throw out because it's so adorable. So this is my first time using this ink. I actually purchased this ink quite a while ago, but other than swatching it, I didn't really use it in my journal much. So this will be the first time I use it. So let's go ahead and swatch it. This is kind of like a browny gray color. So I want to use it in my traveler's notebook with my daily journal this month. So it's kind of like a murky gray brown, if you can see there. And to go with that, of course, I had to match it with the Coffee Monsters Co. Estie. So these were sold like together. So this is what it looks like. I love the color. I think it's so pretty. And I have it here with a fine nib. I just love the swirl that I got on mine. For every pen, it's a different like pattern. So yeah, I love it. So I'm gonna write here Esterbrook. Now I think this is an Estie, right? I'm just gonna put an Coffee Monsters Co. collab. So I'll write Estie here with a fine nib. Most of mine are fine. I do have a winter white though that is in medium, which I also really like. Esterbrook and Coffee Monsters Co. collab again. Forgotten Iced Coffee. So if you're new here and don't know how I do these things, I do rate my pen and ink at the end of the month out of 5, so I will write that rating here, and then on this side of the page I will use the pen to journal my thoughts about the pen and ink pairing. That way I have my thoughts in a place where I can see it next to this ink swatch, and then also it acts as a little writing sample. So that's how I like to do things here. Okay, so let's move on to our next pen. I have actually a couple of pink pens. So this is the first one. This is a Platinum 3776 from the Nice line, and the color is Lilas. I also have the lavender one, and I think it's so pretty. This is a broad nib, and I have it inked up with Sailor Ink Studio 237. So I have a little ink sample of that. So let's go ahead and swatch it first. I decided to use this in my Traveler's Notebook, the standard size, and I will be using it with my Winter Blush sticker collection. It's a nice pink Christmas collection, and I feel like this kind of like dusty pink, it's kind of like a mauvey pink, would be really nice with it. It's a deeper pink, and I feel like it matches the pen quite nicely. So there we go. That is the ink swatch. Once I'm done on this vial, I may end up getting a full bottle because I really like it. All right, so let's go ahead and write Platinum here. This is my only broad nib from the Platinum pens, so it's kind of special. Platinum 3776. There's another Platinum pen that I'm dying to get, but I'm trying not to buy more. This is a 14 karat gold, I believe. Yeah, 14 karat. So I'll mark that down too. And then the ink is Sailor Ink Studio. I love these inks. They're so good. 237. I kind of wish they had like names though, but with that many inks I can understand why they just numbered it. Alright, so that is my second pen and ink combo. Really pretty. Okay, next up I have a couple of red inks because it is Christmas and I am using the Christmas planner collection in my journals, so I need some red inks. So this is the Kaweco Student 30s Blue, and this is my Christmas pen. I think it's perfect for Christmas because it has the red and gold, and then this cream is very like cozy to me, so I think it's really nice for Christmas. So I think I'll use this like every Christmas time. It's very festive, at least to me. I like these pens because they kind of have like that vintage feel to it, so it's quite nice. The ink that I have put in here is Linen Toolbar Red Beans, which is kind of more of a like dusty red, I guess you can say. It's kind of like a warm, like almost faded red, so it's not like as dark or as bright as like the next ink that I'm going to show you. So yeah, this is my first time using this ink, so I'm also very excited to try it out in my Christmas journal this year, so it'll be fun. So this is my Kaweco Student. '30s Blues. It's funny because it's called Blues, but it's a red pen. It throws me off each time. This has a fine nib, and like I mentioned, this is Linen Toolbar Red Beans. It definitely looks like red beans to me. Right, so that is the next combo. Let's move on to my other kind of like red pen. So I put it in a Sailor Pro Gear Slim. This is called Harvest Moon. For some reason I thought I had inked this up earlier in the year, so I was looking back at what ink I put in here, but I actually didn't find it. Maybe I just inked it up initially when I first got it and then didn't include it in a previous currently ink, so I wanted to use it this month. So inside I have put Diamine Oxblood, and again I have just a little sample of it. Again, if I end up liking this color, I may get a full bottle because I love dark red inks for Christmas. So you can see how dark and rich this one is in comparison to the red beans above. Red beans just feels a little bit more faded. This one is very dark and moody, and oh, I just love it. I'm a big fan also of Rider's Blood by Diamine, so this is very similar to it. So again, I didn't match it completely, but it is a very nice complementary pen in my opinion, so I'm excited to use it. So Sailor Pro Gear Slim. And I have this with a medium fine nib. And this is a 14 karat gold nib as well. Inked up with Diamine Oxblood. Oxblood feels like it has a little bit more of a brown undertone, whereas Rider's Blood is a touch like on the purple side. So these are going to be my pens in my Christmas planner this year. My next pen is another pink one. This is actually the latest pen that I picked up. I got this pen for Fountain Pen Day. So I do have an unboxing of it on my channel if you're interested. Actually, all these pens do. So if you want to see unboxings, you can go back on my channel and watch those. But this is a Pelikan M205. It is the rose quartz color, and I have it in a medium nib. I have inked it up with a Jacques Arbon Bouquet de Dantan, which I think is a nice kind of match to the pen body. So I'm excited to see if this pairing works. So I have a little bottle of this one. I like these little bottles because they're not too small, that they're like little samples, but you can obviously test out the ink without buying a huge bottle. This ink is quite watery. It's like on the wet side, so you can kind of see that even as I swatch it there. So I put it in with this medium nib, so we'll see if it shows. So this is a Pelikan. This is actually my only Pelikan that I own at this point. So Pelikan M205 Rose Quartz. With a medium nib. With Jacques Arbon. Do you see what I mean? Where this ink is kind of like watery. It looks like it's skipping, but it's actually not. It's just because it's so wet. It's a bouquet. I quite like this color. If you know any other like pinks that are on the Dusty Rose side, let me know. So there we go. I also have inked up a couple of pens to use in my Hobonichi A5 notebooks because I am currently writing a new book. So when I am writing a new book, I do like to ink up my Twsbi. I love the Twsbi pens because they are pretty reliable writers. They hold a lot of ink, and also they come in a variety of nibs. So for example, this one here I've been using for my headers in my notebook, and that one is a 1.1 stub nib. So it's really, really nice for shimmer inks. So I always put shimmer inks in my 1.1 stub nib pens. So the one that I have in here today is Ferris Wheel Press, the purple Jade Rabbit. This is what the box looks like. It is a lovely light purple or lavender color with silver shimmer. So I want to make sure that I get some of that shimmer in the swatch here. So like I said, I'm using this to help me write my book, and I'm using it for all of my headers so that they kind of stand out. And if I didn't mention it already, this is a Twsbi Eco Lilac. So let me go ahead and write that in. Twsbi Eco 1.1 stub. And again, this is Ferris Wheel Press. The purple Jade Rabbit. This is actually one of my first inks that I got from Ferris Wheel Press. If you are interested in some inks or pens from Ferris Wheel Press, I do have a code. So I will leave their website down below, and as well as my code if you are interested in saving a little bit of money. So my very last pen is the pen that I'm using currently to help me write my book. I have it inked up with a new ink, which is De Atramentis document ink in the color Urban Sienna. I recently ordered this and another color, the blue gray, because since I am working on a new book and I'm writing it in a Hobonichi Tomoe River paper notebook, I really want my inks to last. So if something happens to it, you know, I don't want the pages to get ruined and I can't read it anymore. So I purchased a few document inks so that they are permanent and also waterproof. What I find so strange about this bottle is that it looks slightly green, so I don't know, it looks like almost like it went bad. Let me know if your bottle ends up looking like that, because it looks a bit strange even in the pen too, like it has a green tinge to it. So it's not like the most prettiest ink to look at, but when I write with it, I really like it. So this is using a Twsbi again from the Eco line, and this is the Rose Gold and Cream. And I have this one in a fine nib. So this is the pen that I used to actually write the book in, and then the other one, this one here, is to write the headers. So De Atramentis Urban Sienna, and that will be my very last ink. So it's kind of like a golden warm brown. It has a touch of yellow in it, which I really like. So those are my 7 inks and pens. So I have a few cool tone colors, a couple of warm, some reds, pinks, a little bit of gray as well. So it's really nice. I feel like I have a good balance. So that will finish up my currently ink videos for this year. Once again, I will be back at the end of the month to share my thoughts on my inks. So I hope you guys will subscribe if you haven't already and join me for that. Again, if you are interested in some more pen and ink videos, I have quite a few of them up on my channel, so go ahead and watch those if you are interested. So thanks so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.